Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Going for the return. Ripping through the defense. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
You still ain't got the black dude.
This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. The give to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season, or the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show.
Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. All kinds of running room.
Probably like 10. What level you is? Like 7, 8? I'm probably like, I'm probably like 12, 15 around that range. I'm pretty sure.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And it's no good. He missed the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here's the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. First down here for the offense. From the gun, the ground game. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. LSU quick to the line. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He'll try the left side. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Power football with the run. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Those last two running plays went nowhere. At this point, you wonder if you just run it again, hunt, and regroup. They're trying to get to it.
Come on, double knife.
Got him for the sack.
And that is priority number one for defenses.
Like
get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do.
Got a lot of running room. He's at the 20.
I sent you one. You still ain't enjoying it. I tried to send you one before this started. I sent it in the group, man. Go look up there and see if you see it.
Really
Look in the
nice
group chat. I had
job
sent it, bro, like
getting
2 weeks
himself
ago, I
open.
think.
He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has
I'm saying it ain't gonna be that long up though. Bro. I'm pretty. Or search it. Search the Polo beat in the messages.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to
I'm
13.
pretty sure I see one in here.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Cause this was the last season with this one. This is a money league. Just in case you win, that gives you some money.
It'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. LSU right back to the line.
That's a really nice job hauling that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They're just treating the entire stadium as if it's 4-down territory. Odd decision here to go for it. 4th and very, very long. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Pressure coming. Unloaded Just as he throws, it's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
The give to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you this is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
Steps away to find some room. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Florida! What a grab and go for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. 20, LSU 0. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back. What a good drive together.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air, it's Goff. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
The incompletion brings us to second and 10. He's looking to throw. And his first pass is incomplete.
The offensive line has got to
Go ask Mama.
He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. They want to just keep throwing it. Finds his tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Tigers will hustle to the line. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
On the move, it's Grove. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line.
What you
First
mean?
down play, expecting run, and they
being
just
nosy.
dominated up
But
front.
is Gemini calling me?
One-on-ones and force the tackle for a loss.
Fine play action. Forced out of the pocket. Fires on the move. Got it in the middle. It's Grove. Just plowing down the field. Touchdown, Gator. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive.
Hey, man, y'all go find y'all something to do, bro.
A scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. You decided to go for it.
Get out of here, bro. Stop coming in here.
Come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football.
What a snag by the defense. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I love that play. timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He'll keep it himself. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Western Kentucky is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These toppers have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Virginia Tech. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half, so they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Freeman. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender?
I lost last year. I ain't going out like that this time.
He was on radar lock. He found the football.
I'm on everybody's head.
Bad intentions. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He wants to take the top off. That ball is intercepted at the goal line.
Well, the defense is feeling it now, right? 2 picks in 2 straight drives. Their guys have been all over the field making plays when the ball's in the air. D coordinator's got to love that.
From deep in their own territory, he'll throw it. Wide open, he makes the catch. He's off to the races. And he just kept running
you know the play you hate.
From the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gators!
Mm-hmm. Oh, hell, now look what's happening. Niggas sliding it down. That shit ain't glitched all day. Shit ain't glitched all day, fam.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That one's going to get a little star mark decided on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that.
He wants to, though. You know me, I figure it out, though. No, I try to figure it out. He was
hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Fires downfield. He's got him wide open. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points.
If he don't quit, I'm going to score 100.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
And that's a really good job by this defense because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there. And they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Fires to the right. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that and checked it down or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Give to the back. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. And the Gators want to move quickly. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive.
If he gonna quit, it's gonna quit, man. It's gonna lag out or something. It ain't gonna go out like that.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Bringing it back. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Quarterback checking off. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Afterburners coming. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Oh, he's going to go for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Gators headed quickly to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Gonna let it fly. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing an incompletion.
Quickly out to the tight end. At the 40, there he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to go up top on first down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. But they pulled a field goal. Something finally goes wrong. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Touchdown, Florida! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this.
That's why you got to watch what you say when you do them times.
In this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These toppers have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 13 to Virginia Tech. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's looking to throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. LSU quick to the line.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, free safeties have to be great center fielders, right? They got to play in so much space, and in man coverage, they know there's going to be routes breaking over the middle of the field. So you got to be able to put your foot in the ground and then accelerate. And that's exactly what he did on that interception. Awesome play.
At the 45 on his way. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And Reese, you can call him whatever you want to call him. You can call him a wide receiver. Nowadays, you can also call him a running back. These guys get the football so much. You hand him the football like this, and you can see why. When he's got jets like that to turn on the jets and just smoke people, those angles are just erased. You can see. That's why you get this guy the football as much as you can.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
The play action fake. Right on target this time. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, Gator! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse. Gonna take a shot. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return.
He out of there.